Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to our channel. This is Michael here from the adventures of a New Zealand expat in the Philippines. It's 1 PM here. The guys are just coming back from having lunch, so I thought I'd take this opportunity just to show you another part of the lake, not far from where the last video was done about the lake, but showing you from a point of view of where I'm standing up near the main house site, which is quite elevation up, and you can see now the extent of the decrease in water levels of the lake on this side, because it's not as deep as what it is at the dam, obviously. But this is what it's starting to look like now. Not starting, this is what it is now. And what I'll do, I'll make my way down to as close to the water as I can get, and that's showing down. So that's doing a 360 of where I was, and this is back to the main house, of course. See them in there, main house, and down there, somewhere in there, is the site of the new cottage being built. That's down there. So we are here. So, and this is the original place of the lake where we decided to build our bridge and install our fish cages. As it's turned out, it was a wise decision to pick this place. What I did originally was to spend a day and a half in my rubber raft, taking soundings of this area, what you see in front of you there. All this area from here, and there was water here, and all through, and I took soundings and got the average depths of what was what and what was where, and so we decided on this place here would be the good place to start construction of the bridge, which was this time last year, maybe probably 30 months ago. And construction began on this bridge here, and the water line then was just as the level of the bridge where the planks go across. Along there, the water level was at its highest level then, and it was 8 inches under those planks, the boardwalk there. So we built 8 inches higher than the water can actually get. Obviously the slip gates open, it's automatic, so the water cannot ever come above there. So, and at the moment, it's quite surprising. We've had to move, the cages were here tied to the bridge actually, and we've slowly been moving them out and out into the lake. So this is where they are now. So at least we've been told that now the NIA, which is the National Irrigation Authority, which controls the lake, it's a government department, that they ceased irrigating on the 10th of July. I think it's the 12th now, I'm not quite sure. But so that's where our cages are now. And as you can see, it's very narrow now, but there is enough depth of water to continue the operation just with the cages there. So in that respect, we are fortunate, and we actually did pick a good place because there's still actually water there. So yeah, so I'll just take you down now to closer to the water, and we can look at the view, looking back at where we're just coming down from, and you get an idea of the scope of the water that was here once. And it will come back, there's no doubt about that. It's just that the last year has been a very dry period in the Philippines, or this part, the central Visayas of the Philippines. It's been very dry indeed. So more irrigation has been done further down in the Talibon area, in the rice paddy fields, than was thought of at the first time they constructed the dam. So I'm here now, approaching the entrance to the gate through onto the bridge itself. which I'll take you on a little walk anyway, quickly. And that's it, that's towards the end of the bridge. It's still pretty sound. It looks a bit rickety, but it's still sound. Maybe good for another year, maybe. But it was only built for a short time anyway, and we're going to change our mode of operation here with the cages and have floating rafts that we can administer the cages and harvesting and feeding of the tilapia. Even when, as I said before, it will happen, the water does return. So we're coming to the end of the bridge, and as you can see, looking at this, I'm looking down here and up there in the valley. Yeah, it was all water. As far as where you can see the brown, that was all water. So as I think I said in my last video, it's probably looking from here about maybe 7 meters lower than what it was. So if I take a look at, come to right to the end of our bridge here. I'm not too scared of heights. I was in the fire service for 12 years, so I had to get used to them, so that's the way it is. So yeah. And that's a view right at the end of the bridge now, looking out towards our cages and the other side of the lake over towards Sikatuna. Over there. So there you go. Amazing piece of scenery now. Absolutely amazing. And just panning round again to give you a contrast of where we've been and where we came from on this little video. The bridge is wobbling. That's okay. And coming up to the house site up there. Yeah, and we walk down that hill there to here. And there's the back of the bridge. So, just to look at this part of the area and what's happening now. If it is correct, and normal water will be taken until, I don't know when, but they'll have to, hopefully they're hoping now to get the monsoons coming, to start refilling. If not, well, it's probably plan B, C, D or E. I'm not quite sure what they are. Probably anyone's guess, but I think there are limits to what depth or the water can go to, or minimum depth, because of it would test probably the integrity of the dam itself. So I think this is the decision that they've made, if it's true, that will cease irrigation down in the Talibon area paddy fields on July the 10th. So hopefully this is the lowest it can get. If so, then we probably can maybe survive with the tilapia. But we'll wait and see. So it's watch this space. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you wish to subscribe, share and like. It's goodbye from the adventures of a New Zealand expat in the Philippines. So it's bye from Michael.